Joining me now is, and I say this proudly, New York City Councilman Yusef Salaam, a Democrat, and one of the Central Park Five, now the exonerated five. Councilman Salaam, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Let me go specifically to this. In 1989, Donald Trump took out newspaper ads here in New York calling for the death for you and 4 other Black and Latino teenagers after you were arrested and charged with a rape and murder of a white woman in Central Park that none of you committed. You were not exonerated till 2002. You did several years in jail. Others did as well. And Kari Weiss, who you know works closely with us, National Action Network, could be on my radio show in the morning, did 13 years before you all were exonerated. Now, since then, Trump, even as president, has never acknowledged or admitted he was wrong in your case. This week, he was convicted of a felony that could mean prison time for the former president in the same very court complex that you were sentenced in, as well as the other 4, and that some of us, not many, some of us marched. Nobody more valiant than your own mother, where you were wrongly convicted. What struck me is that even though some of us talked about we should go down and bring this up, you never went down in front of that court one time, never said a word during the trial, even though he called for your death. He never spoke out on all of the race cases in New York but yours. What were you thinking when you looked down Center Street where you stood and saw this jury convict Donald Trump on 31 felonies?
You know, Reverend Al, first of all, thank you for having me. I want to first echo the fact that for many, many years, I called it the criminal system of injustice because of what happened to me and people just like me. And when it came to Donald Trump, I was very, very clear. I wanted to make sure that people understood that I wanted him to be afforded the opportunity that was not afforded me or my brothers. They looked at the color of our skin and deemed us guilty in a country that says you're innocent until proven guilty. Whereas when you come to the court system and you have a person who has been privileged and has used their money to garner favor, now getting to understand what exactly the criminal legal system is all about. I wanted him to be able to feel that, to see that, to experience that. And I was proud that our jurors, 34 counts, but when you think about the 12 jurors, each of them looked at all of the counts and made a decision to find this man guilty. And so I think that is significant. I think that number comes up to something like 408 different guilty charges, right, from 12 individuals. Profound. And for me, I was looking at this really with tremendous hope, with the opportunity to say to myself again, is this an opportunity for us to have a semblance of becoming the United States of America? Yeah, all of the rhetoric that Donald Trump has been spewing has been the exact opposite of that we are divided. We've been divided. We've been divided, I think, even more so under his so-called leadership. But now we get the opportunity to really, truly understand he is not like us. And that's not just a rap song. But the truth of the matter is that we've always had a love affair with Donald Trump. Some of my favorite hip hop artists, like Nas, he said, I want to be rich like Donald Trump and Marlon Maple. His father gave him a loan that was more than the money that we received from the state. And so we have to really, truly understand that. Where are we right now in this country when we read the Constitution, we the people? We were never considered a whole human being. They've never reformed that. And so for an individual...
Let me ask you this, Yusef, because we're going to be out of time. They're saying a lot of young blacks are looking to Donald Trump. Those young blacks watching you right now, as one who Donald Trump took ads out to take your life, what do you want to say to them?
I want to tell them, don't be tricked and hoodwinked and pulled away because you have an individual who is willing to speak in a manner that we have not heard before. There have been many people who look just like me, who have been willing to speak truth to power. But when you have a person like Donald Trump who is saying the same thing off camera Iksemi on camera. We got to pay attention. He is not like us.
All right, Councilman Yusef Salaam, thank you. I know you're in Atlanta and you broke in your schedule, but thank you for making that, for being on with us tonight.